Honeywell, excuse me.
Albright, have you lost what we laughingly call your mind?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Honeywell. I guess I got carried away.
Here we are facing a financial crisis, and you're in here playing games. What's the idea of having this junk in your office anyway?
Mr. Honeywell, for your information, my Legion post is just donating some sports equipment to the Boys Betterment League. And as chairman of the committee, I was just testing out some of the samples.
Well, all right. But for your information, Albright, old man Walsh's son just got into town, and he'll be up here any minute.
Well, what's our problem?
Oh, what's our problem, he says. What's always our problem?
Well, Margie doesn't know anything about this deal.
I've heard that before, but I'm taking no chances this time. Now, Albright, pay attention, and I'll show you how a brain works. You and this boy's father were classmates at college, right?
Yes, and I hope you realize that's why we're getting this account. I haven't seen Joe Walsh for 25 years, but he still remembers what a smart operator I was, even in those days.
All right, all right. The point is, if that boy finds out about Margie, you and his father being such old friends, naturally he'll expect to meet her.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Well, I have. And the old noggin is really percolating this time, Albright. You know what we're going to do?
Send Margie out of town till the contract is signed.
No, we tried that before, remember? She was way ahead of us. Sometimes I think that girl's psychic.
Well, then what?
What I have in mind, she won't even get suspicious.
What is it?
Simple as pie. When young Walsh asks about your family, we won't even tell him you have a daughter.
Huh?
Don't you get it? If there is no Margie Albright, if in his mind she doesn't even exist, then she can't possibly cause us any trouble.
But Mr. Honeywell... Yes?
Mr. Jerry Walsh is here to see you, Mr. Albright.
Send him right in.
Remember, no daughter.
Well, Mr. Albright?
So you're Joe Walsh's son. It's nice to know you, Jerry.
Thank you, sir.
Shake hands with the brain. The boss around here. Mr. Honeywell, Jerry Walsh.
Happy to meet you, sir.
Pleasure's mine, Jerry. Here, let me have your hat.
Come, sit down.
Thank you.
It seems only yesterday that your dad and I were playing college football ourselves. Of course, we never made All-American the way you did.
Well, I had a good line. All I had to do was run.
That's not the way I read it. It just doesn't seem possible that you're through school now and old enough to be taking over your father's business.
Well, that's life, I guess. Oh, Dad tells me you have a grown-up child, too. Daughter, about 21, he said. Gee, I'd sure like to meet her while I'm here in town.
Daughter? Albright, have you been keeping things from me? No, your father must have Vern mixed up with somebody else.
But he read it in the alumni news. Oh, sure, it's a boy, not a girl, huh?
Yes, that's it, a boy, a teenage boy. You wouldn't want to meet him. Well, I see you came prepared to get right down to business.
Excuse me. Hello? Just a moment. It's, my offspring.
Tell him you're busy.
Look, son, I'm pretty busy.
Son, it's me, Dad, Margie.
Oh, spring football practice went better today, huh, boy? He's on the high school team. Well, keep in there fighting, son. You know the old spirit, rock and sock.
Dad, are you crazy? This is Margie.
And be sure to get your homework done. You've got to keep up your grades, you know. Goodbye, son.
Son? Now he tells me.
Oh, for Pete's sake, will you stop asking questions? Forget the whole thing. Please, honey, it was just a slip of the tongue.
Some slip. All that sonny boy double talk. Spring practice, rock 'em and sock 'em. I was worried about you, Dad. I thought you were breaking up. And then to top it all off, you bring a football uniform
That
home.
had nothing to do with it. They're sending over from the boys' club to pick it up tomorrow. Baby, just this once. Please, no more questions.
Well, okay, Dad. But I certainly don't understand why you can't tell me what it is.
Thanks, Margie. I'll tell you what. I'll help you finish wiping the rest of the dinner dishes. Hello? Just a minute. You go ahead. I'll be with you in just a sec.
No hurry. I can wait.
Hello?
Just called the home office and got those additional figures you wanted, Mr. Albright. Thought it might speed things up if I brought them over to you tonight.
Oh, no, not here. I'll come over to your hotel. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
No trouble at all, Mr. Albright. I'd like to come. Give me a chance to meet your son. I'll be there in a half an hour. See you then.
Margie, I just had an idea.
Me too, Dad. I mean, Margie's an awfully silly name for a boy, don't you think? People might get the idea I'm a sissy or something.
Now, cut that out.
Okay, Pappy. What's your idea?
It's about poor old Mrs. Odetts. I ran into her in the hall on the way home, and she looked so lonesome and peaked that I thought it might be kind of nice if you took her to a movie, sort of to cheer her up. My treat.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Dad. And about as subtle as a freight train.
What do you mean?
Let's face it, Dad. Somebody phones you, and all of a sudden you've got to get rid of me, correct?
Mr. Honeywell was right. You are psychic.
No, but I can add up to 2. Look, Dad, if you're in a jam, you can tell me. I'll help you. I'll do anything.
All right, I'm in a jam. Go to a movie, will you?
What kind of a jam?
All right, you win.
Well, now first, tell me why I'm supposed to be a boy.
Well, it seemed like a good idea if Jerry didn't know that I had a daughter. It was Mr. Honeywell's idea.
His name's Jerry, huh? Sounds kind of cute.
Real cute if you like him about that tall and sort of squashy.
Ooh.
Forget about the dishes. He's on his way over here now. You got to get out of here real fast.
Oh, sure, Dad. Throw me out in the snow. Deny my very existence. Alas, poor me. Our woe, our sorrow. Oh, the injustice of it all. I'd better phone from your apartment and see if Mr. 5x5 has left yet.
Hello? Oh, just a second. Will you excuse me, Jerry?
Sure, Mr. Albright.
Hello, honey. I'm sorry I couldn't talk in the den, but Jerry's still here. Oh, Margie, what am I going to do? I told him that my son was at the movies, and he insists on waiting here to meet him.
I could have thought of a better story than that without trying.
Oh, all right, so I goofed, but I haven't had the experience of stretching the truth that you have. Oh, but I'm in so deep now, I've got to produce a son before midnight.
Isn't that rather short notice?
Margie, this is no time for jokes. You're always saying you want to help me. Now I'm asking for one simple little favor. Get me a boy to pretend he's my son and get him over here fast.
Okay, Dad, stop worrying. I'll find one someplace. Bye.
What's the problem, Margie?
I need a boy.
Me too. Somebody between 21 and 71.
I'm not kidding, Mrs. Odetts.
You think I am?
A simple little favor, he says. Find some boy actor, brief him, and get him over there in 10 minutes.
He got himself into this. I'd say, let him stew.
Oh, I can't let him down. But where will I get this boy?
Well, what about Freddie? He'd do anything for you.
Yeah. Oh, no, he'd only mess things up. You know how dumb Freddie is.
Yes, Freddie is no Einstein.
He's not even a beer stein. At least that has a head on it. We've got to find somebody with brains. I've got it. Hold everything.
One of those long movies, I guess. Maybe you'd rather get back to the hotel. I hate to keep you waiting around like this.
Oh, I don't mind. You know how Dad is. He'll want to know all about your boy the minute I get home.
Oh, good old Joe.
What I go through for dear old Pappy. Okay?
Perfect. Your father never even recognized you with that nose on. But remember, keep your voice down.
Well, maybe that's your boy now. He probably forgot his key.
Oh, yes. I'll see you. Excuse me. Oh, Oh, Margie, we'll never be able to get away with this. Oh, go away quick, and I'll figure out some excuse. Oh, well, lad, it's about time you were getting home. Jerry, I want you to meet my son, Mike. Mike, this is Jerry Walsh.
You're Jerry?
You always wear your football suit to the movies?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, they had a late practice. Didn't have time to change. Mike, say goodnight to Jerry.
Good night, Jerry.
Good night, Mike.
Good to see you for a second, Dad. Short and squashy, huh?
Right off to bed, lad. It's way past your bedtime.
Ouch! Sure, Dad. Say, you ought to meet Margie while you're here. She'd like you.
Mike.
Who's Margie?
She's my cousin from Philadelphia. She's visiting us. Didn't Dad tell you?
Mike, go to bed.
Is she in? I'd love to meet her.
I know she'd like to meet you.
Margie, Margie, she's out.
Oh, she must be back by now. She probably came in while you were talking business. Excuse me, my voice is still changing. I'll go call her.
Mike.
Good night, Dad. Good night, Jerry.
Good night, Mike.
Short and squashy, huh?
It is rather late, Jerry. If you want to run along, I'll explain to Cousin Margie.
Well, I'd enjoy meeting her, but, well, I don't want to keep you up, Mr. Albright.
Oh, fine, Jerry. I'll get your hat.
Oh, Uncle Vern. Excuse me.
You're Margie?
You're Mr. Walsh?
Well, my friends call me Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Oh, I'll get your hat. Jerry was just leaving.
Oh, must you go?
No, not really.
Well, then, let's be comfortable. Sit down.
Thank you, Margie.
Oh, the shoes. That cousin of mine, always leaving his football clothes scattered around the apartment. I must have put them on by mistake. Excuse me.
Mr. Albright.
Yes, Jerry.
May I ask you a question?
I'd rather you didn't, but go ahead.
Well, I don't like to appear nosy, but what's going on around here?
I guess I just better start at the beginning. I know you have every right to be sore, Jerry.
Sore? I think this is the funniest thing I ever heard of. Just one thing, Mr. Albright. Do me a favor. Don't tell her that you told me.
You mean...
Let's play it straight. We'll get 1,000,000 laughs.
All right, if you insist.
Well, gentlemen, I hope I wasn't too long.
Margie, would you do me a favor?
Of course.
I forgot to tell Mike something. Would you call him?
Mike?
You know, your cousin?
But Mike's in bed. He's in training, you know, for the big game. Rah, 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 and all that.
Well, I'm sure he isn't asleep yet.
Well, I don't think I should bother him.
Well, all right. I'll just step back to his room. Where is it?
Oh, no. I'll get him. I'll get him.
Thank you, Margie.
Here she comes.
Oh, hiya, Mike. Sorry to get you out of bed.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Walsh. I was still awake.
Boy, you really must like football. Do you always sleep in your uniform?
No, not always, but I had shrimps for dinner tonight, and they sometimes give me nightmares, and this padding is good protection in case I should fall out of bed.
Yeah, that figures. What I wanted to see you about, your father tells me you're having a little trouble making the varsity.
Yeah. I'm sort of different from the rest of the boys on the team.
Well, maybe I can help you. I used to play a little football.
A little football? Jerry used to be All-American.
Here's my idea. I want you to meet me in the park tomorrow afternoon, and I'll give you a few pointers.
But...
Don't worry, Jerry. I'll see that he shows up. About 4 o'clock, say.
Swell. We'll have you on the varsity in no time.
I can't wait.
What happened to Margie?
Go get her, Mike. Jerry wants to ask her something.
Well, couldn't I just take her the message?
Well, it is getting rather late. Tell her if she's free tomorrow night, I'd like to take her to dinner.
She'd love it.
I'll phone in the morning and check. Don't tell her I told you, but I could really go for that cousin of yours.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jerry. I happen to know she thinks you're pretty cute yourself.
Well, I hope you're right.
I'll get your hat.
You better get some shut-eye, Mike. Football's a pretty rough game the way I play it. You'll need all your strength for our little workout tomorrow.
Yoo-hoo! Margie, where are ya?
In here, Mrs. Odetts.
Morning, Margie. Well, tell me all about it. How did it go last night?
I'll put it this way, Mrs. Odetts. You know that wheelchair you bought when you broke your ankle? I think I'm going to need it.
Margie, what are you talking about?
Football. I'm playing for dear old Honeywell and Todd against a former All-American yet.
Child, are you feeling all right?
I have to go through with it. Otherwise, Jerry will get sore and Dad'll lose a big deal and...
Oh, hi. I'm Slug McCarty from the Boys Betterment League. And they sent me over here to pick up the football suit that Mr. Albright is donating to the gang.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come back tomorrow. I'm wearing it myself this afternoon.
A girl like you plays football? You are a girl, ain't you?
Well, of course I'm a girl.
Oh, what do you know? Wait till I tell the guys about this. You know, I got a sister. She can punt pretty good, but she ain't worth beans on the line.
Hey, wait a minute. You play, don't you?
Well, I don't want to blow me own whistle, but I'm a real murder with the old pigskin.
Mrs. Odetts, we're about the same height, aren't we?
You sure are. Got an idea, Margie?
Slug, how would you like to make a fast $5 this afternoon? Here they come. You sure you understand everything? Now remember, let me do the talking.
There's our little pigeon.
I won't be too rough. I won't hurt her.
Oh, a few good Welsh on her ego won't do any harm. Oh, Mike.
Hiya, Jerry. Dad.
Well, you're right on time, Mike.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Just a raring to go.
That's the old fight, son. Okay, Coach, it's your move.
Maybe we better limber him up first. Okay, Mike, on your back.
Just a minute. I got a kink in my knee. I'll run it out. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm ready.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
Speed it up.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
We picked the one thing she's good at, that's all. Let's try her on forward passing and punting and things like that.
Okay, Mike, I guess you're limbered up by now. Now, let's see what you can do handling the ball.
I'll move back there, Mike, and I'll throw you the ball. Here, see if you can catch this, son. All right, now you throw it to me.
Better call it a day before she kills us.
Oh, it's sheer luck. She couldn't do it again in 1,000 years. She thinks she's cute, huh? Well, I'll show her. Nice pass, Mike, but you sort of caught me off balance. Now, let's get down to real business, running the ball. That's the important thing in football. Now, you get over there with the ball, and when I yell go, you try to get through. Fine. Okay? All right, go.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to be so rough. Didn't hurt you, did I?
Gee, that was fun, Dad. You want to try it again?
And I wish you could have seen Dad's face when Slug hit him with that pass.
Knocked him for a loop, did he? Marty,
I want to be home when Jerry arrives.
you kind of like him, don't you?
Wait till you see him. Boy. Here he is now.
The perfect chance to teach Margie a lesson of what happens. I get knocked on my ear twice.
Wonder what you'll say when I tell her you tipped me off at the gag last night.
I still don't understand how she played football like that.
I think this calls for a little bonus for those two jokers.
Oh, goody. This is the part I like best.
We'll fix them.
Oh, she should have been home before now.
You don't suppose I hurt her when I tackled her, do you?
Hello? Oh, Mrs. Odetts. Oh, what? The doctor sent her home in a wheelchair? Heard playing football? Oh, no. Oh, tell me, what time did she leave the doctor's office? Mrs. Odetts? Mrs. Odetts?
Mr. Albright, she did get hurt. I did it, huh?
Oh, no, it's all my fault. The whole crazy idea. Oh, what kind of a father am I doing a terrible thing like this to his own daughter? Oh, Margie, baby, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, I must have been crazy, Margie. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Oh, I promise you, I'll never play another trick on you as long as I live.
You mean it?
Oh, cross my heart.
Maybe this isn't the time, but Margie, I want you to know I think you're the most wonderful girl. Mr. Albright.
Don't you think we'd better get started, Jerry? I'm getting hungry. Good night, Dad. Take good care of Mike.
Hiya, Pop. What do you know?
Well, Dad, from now on, I guess I'll have to get into your affairs twice as much as ever before.
Oh, fine. Just how do you figure that?
Now I've got to be both the daughter and the son.
Well, that's my little Margie.